Hey everyone, this is Matt, and in today's video I have another video series for the Adventures of, um, I'm going to come up with a title later, but Adventures of Floowandereeze, Climbing the Diamond 1 in Master Duel post Branded Despia, or post Branded. So, I didn't tease in my last video that I was going to climb the Diamond 1 with a different deck. I tried playing that different deck and it did not work out. So what deck am I referring to? I'm referring to Heroes. I tried climbing with Heroes using the Destiny Hero Dark Angel package, and basically like Dark Angel, if you're able to set it up, completely kills Branded Despia. And also Heroes can play cards like Super Poly, which means going second you can just clear the Branded Despia board. However, Heroes are very fragile to hand traps, and yeah, so I was just kind of losing the hand traps is how I felt. So yeah, was not making very much progress playing Heroes. So I decided I'm going to continue playing Floowandereeze. I did, so here are a bunch of games. I did, halfway through the climbing to Diamond 1, I did change the deck profile a little bit, which you'll see in some of the cards that show up. I also plan to make a Floowandereeze deck profile video later. But anyway, yeah, so let's get into it. So, a bunch of games here. First duel. So this Rorden Gamzee guy, I think his username is familiar to me. I don't know where I've seen this person, but I've seen this username before. I don't know if I play them but when I look at the deck profile, let's look at his deck profile. Bruh. This is like my deck profile. Yeah, he has almost every single card from my deck, like card for card. Instead of running, let's see the double Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Notice the perfect ratios. Look how clean this deck looks, right? Instead of running Draco Berserker of the Tenyi, you're running Decode Talker, which is against 100, 500 type. This card targets a card you control. That's pretty okay actually. Yeah. Decode Talker is fine. By the way, if you're one of my viewers or subscribers, thumbs up, guy. We play together, in case you did not know. So, yeah. So instead of running double Get Out, he's running double Solemn Judgment, which I think is fine. Get Out is not for everyone, but yeah, if you're sick of getting back row cleared, yeah, having those 2 extra Solemn Judgments on top of your lords and pots for tobacco protection is very good. So yeah, this is perfectly fine, for those of you wondering, like. So yeah, pretty flattering. I'm pretty sure this guy watches my videos, because again, his deck list is almost identical. Wait, there's a small difference. Oh, he runs Zeus but no access code. Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely want to run access code over Zeus here, because access code is muy bueno. So yeah, this first game is actually Floowandereeze versus Eldritch, where I'm playing Floowandereeze. So, yeah, this should be, I remember this being a funny matchup. I guess, oh, Solemn Judgment is really good against Flu, by the way. Get Out does nothing against Flu. Alright, so I have opened the Cracked Hand, because if you see this card on turn 1, especially against Eldritch, it's like winning, right? So Eldritch wants to do everything in their power to get rid of this fucking card. So yeah, that's the thing. So I'm going to use this to shuffle back Robina because I have an extra one, and the Streak because I don't need it. I opened the cracked Eaglin, Robina Eaglin, which means I can go into Barrier Statue and M-Pen, which is even more annoying for Eldritch to deal with. So yeah, my guy, if you're watching this video, I'm sorry, but my hand was just way too cracked. So I'm going to go ahead and D-Shifter, which is also terrible for Eldritch, right? Because let's say he opens Eldritch in opening hand. He can't even send it to the graveyard to snipe one of my cards. So, yeah, this is like the worst of all worlds that this guy just ran into. So, Robina grabs the statue. Eaglin grabs the penguin. We have the M-Pen. So, Eaglin will chain block. Always chain block with Eaglin. Always. Only Eaglin. Don't chain block with like 3 things. Alright, and let's get the Dreaming Town. And here comes the statue, and I have Dreaming Town. Like, look how cracked this is. So he sets 3 and then goes to end phase. I don't bother using Dreaming Town. I could have, and in fact, in retrospect, what I should have done was when he set 3, I should have Dreaming Town. into Apex Avian, tributing one of his 3 cards for the Apex Avian, and then I have an Omni Negate for next turn. But it ends up not mattering, as you'll see. So yeah, small misplay. I don't know why. I don't know why I was playing so conservatively. Yeah. So he's gonna Gozen. Unfortunately, I can kind of just stay on Wind Monsters because I have unexplored winds here, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. So yeah, I don't need to summon Robina. I just need to grab the Apex Avian, and then Apex Avian will tribute. I tribute one of his 2 random face downs because now since my board is already set up, I don't care about Gozen match. So yeah, Huaquero goes, and I got the Apex. Now I have an Omni Negate, and then Eaglin returns. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing here. Yeah, dude kind of lucked out. Like, my opening was way too strong. So Huaquero will banish to get Elixir, but he cannot Elixir while Barrier Statue's here, so it kind of does nothing. Alright, let's see what else we have. So Pot of Duality, I'm not going to bother negating, so Judgment, Punishment, Solemn Strike, all good. Yeah, Punishment is your only out, so yeah, that's all you can do. You have to go for the Punishment here. D-Barrier. I'm not sure why he flips D-Barrier. My guess is that he's trying to summon Lord of the Heavenly Prison from hand, but he's locked out of summoning Dark, so yeah, he can't even do that. So, small mistake. I should have flipped Dreaming Town now, gone into Ryza, and then Ryza bounced one of his cards onto his deck. But I was playing conservatively. So he's going to immediately Punishment. I'm going to chain Apex Avian, and then he's going to chain Skill Drain. Great combo. Not much I can do about that, right? Problem is, he's at 600 life points, and he has Elixir, right? So, there goes the Entis. Yep, this is the best play you can possibly do. Pops the Dreaming Town, and he scoops. Yeah, I guess, like, let's say he does summon Elich, M-Pen swings over Elich, and then Avian just swings for game. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do. I just got extremely lucky. That was an absurdly lucky opening. I had D-Shifter, like, the Rubino, Eaglin, Barrier Statue, M-Pen, like, I had everything. Literally everything. The only thing that could have maybe been, like, the only other thing that could have been better for me is, like, if I also opened the Elbor's Field Spell and opened with Apex Avian in my opening hand. So I played a little too conservatively with Dreaming Town, but that's okay. Game 2, we are against Flanders versus Heroes. Yeah, I really try to make Heroes work, but I just feel like Heroes just gets, I don't know. If you can't summon Dark, if you're going first against Durand SP and you get interrupted so that you can't summon Dark Angel, you're screwed. The only way to beat Durand SP is you Dark Angel them. That's the only way, right? Dark Law's not enough. DP doesn't do anything. Yeah, you have to Dark Angel. So, Duality into the map. Cool. I'm just, yeah, so this is the only play I can make is like Barrier Statue into Called by the Grave, right? So he's going to search Ferris. He's going to swing here. Okay. At least he doesn't OTK me, right? That's the thing. Sometimes you just summon the Barrier Statue so you don't get OTK'd if you're bricked. So I'm going to chain Maxi here, and I'm going to get 1 draw. 1 draw is plenty, and he's going to end. I'm going to Winter Cherries on his DPE and banish all his copies of DPE. So, no DP for you, my friend. Alright, we love to see it. The Pot of Extravagance. Does he have the Ash? It doesn't matter because I have Call by the Grave. So I do draw Eaglin. So very cracked. So he sends Malicious. So Robina. Alright, so I have the full combo here. Robina. Alright. So check this out. So he has Droplet to stop my Eaglin, and he sends a monster. The problem is that I have Book of Eclipse, so I can chain a Droplet, and Droplet's gonna fizzle, baby. That's what you love, the Book of Eclipse. You gotta have it. You gotta run it. So here comes my M-Pen. It's Robina time. Robina is actually gonna get Stree. Stree is gonna go ahead and banish Malicious. I get the Dreaming Town. So I'm going to kill this Vion because I don't want him searching Poly. And I'm going to crash into this, knowing that I'm going to take damage, just so that he doesn't get a draw off of Book of Eclipse, right? So Book of Eclipse, for those who don't know, does flip their entire field, like every monster face down, but then on the end phase, it flips them face up, and they draw cards. So that's the big downside. So if you can force their monsters to flip or clear their board, then it's okay. So let's see what this duality gives us. We get an Eaglin. You'd love to see it. That's exactly what we needed. Rhoda, okay? So here's the Shadow Mist. So he's going to make Cross Crusader. Yeah, the problem is I banished his Malicious, right? So, yeah, knowing exactly that he wanted to do a follow-up Cross Crusader play, I banished his Malicious. So he made Cross Crusader, couldn't use it because Malicious was banished. Yeah, against heroes, you banish Malicious, or you banish their increase. Malicious is highest prio. Probably, actually, Denier is their second highest. Yeah, Malicious, then Denier, and then, I guess it depends. If they have Malicious and Denier, I guess you have to banish Denier first. Because if you don't banish Denier, they can bring it back and then bring back Malicious. So, that's one for your body to deal with. So, if Malicious Denier in the graveyard, Denier first. So, Denier is highest priority, and then it's Malicious. Okay. So, dual game 3, we have, Flutters versus Branded Dragon Maid. Am I saying this right? Branded Despia Dragon Maid. Wow, that is quite the deck. I actually recall seeing a number of like these different Dragon Maid decks with like either a Dragon Link engine or a Branded Despia packet, like whatever. All right, so what happens here? So pretty good hand. Unfortunately, I only have one bird. So he's going to Chamber Dragon Maid. Okay. Hospitality. I'm going to D-Shifter. Because D-Shifter... So Hospitality says... Remember, never shotgun D-Shifter. So you special summon a Dragon Maid, and then you send a Dragon Maid to the graveyard. So I wanted him to banish instead of sending a graveyard, but he calls by the grave on me. It doesn't matter. It ends up not mattering. We have Book of Eclipse, so we're all good. Okay? So he mills Tiding, okay? Hieratic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, okay? We literally don't care about this. Alright, we drew the Robina, the God top deck. Now, as you might have seen from my image post lately, normally, your Floowandereeze hand is either God tier or it's a total brick shit, right? There is no in between. So Robina, he's gonna imperm, but I have Book of Eclipse, so I don't care about your imperm. So why did Eaglin get banished? I don't understand. So that was I think that's a glitch in the Matrix. It's not gonna matter because I'm gonna recycle Eaglin anyway. So then I'm gonna bring out Stree. So Stree is gonna target. What did I target here? Hospitality. Why did I target Hospitality? Because so the tricky thing is, it's really hard to target either his Dragon Maids because he has this card here that says Dragon Maid Tiding. He can banish it from his graveyard to special summon a Dragon Maid from his graveyard, right? So if I target one of these Dragon Maids, he chains Tiding, special summons them. If I target Tiding, he chains Tiding, banishes itself, Stree fizzles, and then I cannot summon M-Pen anymore. So same goes with the big dragon. I basically have no choice but to hit one of his other Dragon Maid spells that like cannot recur from the graveyard easily, right? So here comes my M-Pen. Alright. Okay. He gets changeover, which is the fusion spell, right? Eaglin comes back. I get the Dreaming Town. I'm gonna go ahead and swing. He's gonna bring this guy back, but I'm just gonna just banish this. Yeah, what were you thinking? No one can out battle my Eaglin or my M-Pen, motherfucker. Alright. So set your Dream Town. So Hospitality. So I know he has the fusion spell, and I don't want him to use it. So I'm gonna let him do his little tiding thing. Now I'm gonna Dreaming Town. Okay. By the way, Hospitality. Tiding is no longer in his graveyard, which means I can now target his Dragon Maid monsters. So Eaglin's gonna come. Return to me Stree. Ryza. I'm gonna banish his big Tiding, and then I'm gonna put the Avian down. Now, I'm going to Book of Moon his monsters. Why does this matter? Because his fusion spell, Dragon Maid Changeover. Yes, you can fuse materials that are face down. Let's say he plays Dragon Maid Changeover. I negate with Avion. Changeover's in his graveyard. Changeover has this effect that says target a face-up Dragon Maid, bounce it to hand, and if you do, recycle. So the fusion spell can recycle if he has a face-up Dragon Maid. So by flipping his monster's face down, he cannot, once I negate his Changeover, he will not be able to recycle it this turn. So right? So he's going to Changeover, and I'm going to negate with Avion. And now he cannot recycle Changeover because he does not have a face-up Dragon Maid, right? See? So, very important. Alright, I draw Duality. Let's see. Let's get the draw. Oh, there's the Robina. You love to see it. Give me that Robina. Yeah. So, well, because Robina... So, remember, we use Book of Eclipse on Robina. So, when we tribute a Robina while it was face down, it goes to the graveyard, not... Because it was not face up. So, yeah, this game is over. I have the full combo. Like, it's nothing he can do about it, right? Alright, so that was game 3. Game 4, what do we have here? Oh, we have Flaunder versus the Sky Striker, when the Strikers are in the sky. Alright. So Sky Striker, again, if you only lose to Sky Striker if you brick, right? If you actually, you can actually get like a really good, in theory, Flaunder should be able to beat a Sky Striker most of the time. Alright. So this is not a good hand because I have just Token, which does nothing by itself. So he immediately rays, and I'm going to say, alright, I'm just going to D-shifter here. That way, if he tries to Ray will get banished, like what just happened now. Shizuku. Now, why did I Max C? So I could have done Shifter, Chain Max C, but if I did that, he might not have summoned Ray or done anything and just let Max C fizzle. So he searches the engage. Alright, M-Pen is not bad. Alright, let's see what the pot will get us. Get us something good. Alright, the map. That's what we wanted. We wanted the map. The map makes every hand into a good hand. Alright, so check this out. So, Token reveal, send Robina. Note, Robina Chainlink 1, Token Chainlink 2. Why do I do this? Because, let's say, this guy... So, Token will resolve first, return Robina to hand, and then, you know, Robina will return itself, which it can't, right? The reason I do this is because, let's say he imperms me right now on Token, Robina still returns to my hand, and I can still summon Robina. So does he have Imperm? He does not. So Robina returns. I'm going to get Robina. I'm going to get Eaglin. Now he's going to Widow Anchor. Joke's on him. I already have M-Pen. Ha 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 ha. Get fucked. Alright, and now we get Unexplored Winds, baby. You love to see it. I'm going to go ahead and swing. Bam. He doesn't have... Ray's banished. Shizuku's banished. Swing here for 500. Now I have Maxi. I have Dreaming Town. So I could have Maxied on the first turn, but it was better for me to have waited, right? Upstart. Alright. Upstart. Okay. Engage. Okay, Afterburner. Alright, here's the deal, folks. Afterburner is going to attempt to pop M-Pen, and then he'll get a pop on one of my back rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Dreaming Town right here. Eaglin will recur Robina. We have Apex Avion. This is going to grab Stree. Stree is going to banish Engage, right? So now he cannot, if he makes a Gari, he cannot grab his Engage. And then Apex Avion comes in. So if he tries Afterburners, I negate. Apex Avion will bounce back, and he will not get a pop on the back row. And guess what? I still have map. So if he summons Ray or Rose, I can summon Apex Avion again. In fact, not only can I summon... Oh, wait. Can I? Yes, I can. Wait, no, I can't. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to negate this. Yeah, F your Afterburners. Okay. He's going to do this thing. 2, 3. Yeah, he's just gonna scoop. Yeah, this game is so over. Like, I was just gonna tribute away his board and then his OTK. So, game 5. What do we have here? Another heroes. Okay. Oh, and this hero is running Dark Angel. See this guy, Dark Angel? This is the correct thing to run. So, yeah, if you want to play against Branded Despia, the only way you can beat them is Dark Angel. Like, there's no other way of beating Branded Despia as hero. All right, so let's play this. See what happens. decent opening hand. Do I go first or second? I do go second, but that's okay. Alright, check this out, folks. Now, note, I allowed him to use Ferris, and then now that he's going, now before Increase gets on the field, I'm going to chain D-Shifter, so that when Increase hits the field, if he wants to tribute for Increase, he has to banish one of his cards. So he banishes Ferris, and he does banish this. Now he summons Vion. Vion will banish a Ferris. Now he could have banished his Malicious, but if he did, he would have just kneecapped himself, right, in terms of extenders. So Vion could have banished Malicious to search Poly. Poly could have gone into Sunrise probably, and then, but he can't even he can't even Miracle Fusion. So basically, it's not in his best interest to Poly or to banish his own Malicious, right? Remember, do not shotgun your D-Shifter. Alright, I draw. Elbors, great. You love to see it. Alright, so Elbors kind of saved my hand here, as you'll see very soon. So I'm basically activating Elbors to say all my big birds require one fewer tribute, right? Let's go duality here. Give me something good. Tokan is not great, but it's at least it's a second name, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Ryza. You love to see it. So check this shit out, yo. So because Elbors says for the rest of your turn you can normal summon Wing Beast monster one fewer tribute, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and make M-Pen immediately. M-Pen is going to grab Dreaming Town, right? And I can still summon. I'm gonna summon Tokan. He's gonna mass change. I don't know why he's mass changing. Like, this literally does nothing. He mass changes into Dark Law. Okay, cool. And then I can Ryza. And guess what, folks? Ryza will bounce some stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce Malicious to the top of his deck. Dark Law back into his extra deck. And then Ryza back onto the top of my deck, right? Oh, sorry. Dark Law to hand. Yeah, whatever. So I guess I should have done Ryza to hand, but it doesn't really matter because I have Eglin, right? So yeah, guess what? I put Malicious on top of his deck. So his top deck is going to be a Malicious, which literally is the worst. If he doesn't have Ferris, he just loses. Exactly. Like, two of his Ferrises are banished. Yeah, there's no scenario where he wins this. So, all right, what do we have here? Sword Soul. Okay, Sword Soul. Yeah, I've noticed I've been seeing more Sword Soul in Upper Diamond because I guess Sword Soul is still a low-key good deck because you know, it's like if you don't want to play Brandon Despia, you just play Sword Soul. Like, those are your two strong deck options. I guess some people are playing like, I don't know, Flu, and I don't see that many Flu players actually. All right. Bro, what is this RNG? I remember this game. 3 Robina, 2 Duality, and I still win this. Alright, Duality, what you gonna get me? Alright, it gets me Book of Eclipse. Why Book of Eclipse? Because if he imperms me, I'm fucked. If he ashes me, I'm fucked. Oh, look! He has imperm, which I predicted, so I'm gonna Book of Eclipse. Haha! Get fucked. The cool part is, even though this Robina's gonna go to the graveyard, I have 2 more Robina in hand, so it doesn't matter. Alright. We have the M-Pen. Dreaming Town. So this is the Ashuna, okay. He's gonna make Monk, okay. He's gonna Sword Soul into Long Ran, okay. He's gonna make this, okay. Vishuda! Alright, here's the deal, folks. So Vishuda is likely to attempt to bounce either my M-Pen or my Dreaming Town. So I'm just gonna Robina into Stree here. Stree will banish his Vishuda. M-Pen will grab Apex Avian, or Eglin will grab Apex Avian. And now I have Apex Avian. By the way, because of Ashuna, he's locked into Worms, so he can only summon Worms. Baron de Fleur is not in the question for him. So he pitches he activates long run, and I'm gonna go ahead and negate this. So you definitely want to prevent the Synchro 10. Sometimes it's okay to let the Synchro 8 go through, but you definitely don't want the Synchro 10 to go through. So he summons Shaman, and then he summons Protoss. Protoss is gonna pop my Wind Monster. Dude, look how lucky this dude is. He still had a Taya. He's gonna make Chi-Shao, but he cannot OTK me, so. Sacred Summit, okay. Alright, so it ends up, doesn't actually matter, as you'll see soon. So Protoss only prevents you from special summoning, does not prevent normal summoning, so. Let's get a duality up in here. Oh, you love to see it! The Book of Eclipse, I'm telling you, this card is so cracked. Play this card in Flu right now. Stop watching this video if you're a Flu player. Go put 3 of these in your deck right now. Goodbye. So I don't have to deal with Chi-Shao negate. So, Robina, recycle Stree. Tokan. Stree is going to banish Empen. So I'm trying to go for the double bird, double big bird summon here, right? Tokan returns Empen. Eaglin will search. Ryza. All right, so Empen is gonna do this. Searches the map because I don't have a map. I'm gonna make Ryza. So Ryza will bounce Protoss to the top of his deck. Taya also to the top of his deck. So that way, I know he has Sacred Summit, so he can't use it to revive Taya. And then I also bounce this other face down. What was this face down? It was Chi-Shao, yeah, into the hand. So I do not recycle Ryza here. So attack, bam. Attack. So if he normal summons, so I know his card is Sacred Summit, and because I put Protoss on top of his deck, he can't summon it because his graveyard did not have enough for him. So yeah, I knew he was bricked. Like whatever he top decked, his hand was gonna be a brick. So that's why I didn't bother recurring Ryza, because I'm like, yeah, this game is over. Alright, game number 7. Let's see what we have here. Another Sword Soul. Wait, is this the same? Hold on. These people have similar names. Oh, they're both Sword Soul. Okay, I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is the new one. Flanders are Sword Soul. Telling you, a lot more Sword Soul. A lot fewer Branded Despia. Or less Branded Despia. Alright, he's even using Sword Soul Field. How crazy is that? Alright, so he's going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead. I do win. Let's go ahead with the Extrav. He's going to Ash. What a loser. I mean, I'm glad he's ashing this because he can't Ash Robina. He's going to Valor. Dude, double hand trap. Well, look what I have, motherfucker. I have Book of Eclipse. I'm telling you. Play Book of Eclipse. Here comes the Eaglin. I do lose Robina, but it's not going to matter in the long run. Dreaming Town. So I don't even need the statue. So yeah, his double hand traps did nothing to me. Here comes the long ran. Alright, long ran, cool. Alright, now check this out, folks. He's in a long ran, okay. I'm gonna maxi. You love to see it. Ooh, a Tokan. Another Empen. So I'm gonna immediately Dreaming Town here, because again, do not let the Synchro 10 come out. The Synchro 10 is always a problem. You want to Synchro 8s or whatever. Synchro 10s, you gotta get rid of them. So, Eaglin grabs Ryza. Stree will banish Robina. Ryza. So, I'm going to bounce Longren to the top of the deck, right? Because Longren requires a discard, right? I'm putting the Dreaming Town on top of my deck, and I'm recurring Ryza back to my hand. So now, he's basically awkwardly stuck on a level 7, so he has a level 7 with level 4 tuner, so he can't really make a level 11. By the way, Max T drew me Dreaming Town immediately, okay? So he's going to go ahead and make Boxia in defense position because he can't do anything otherwise, right? Because of Eaglin, or Empen. So he's locking himself into Worms. So now he's going to make Chi-Shao, okay? Again, I'm look at this Maxi. He's taking the Maxi challenge. His hand is empty, and he can't OTK me because he doesn't have access to a ranked Synchro 10. So check this out. Look at his hand. Dark Ruler no more. And now he's just gonna scoop. Yeah. By the way, you saw the Dark Ruler no more. What did I take out to put in Dark Ruler no more? I took out my Winter Cherries. Why? Because I like Dark Ruler no more than I like Winter Cherries, because I feel like Winter Cherries against Sword Soul and against Brand Despia not as impactful as other decks. So I ended up deciding during my climb to Diamond 1 that triple Dark Ruler no more is good for those games where you just go second and you just have to be able to play, right? They set up whatever board they want. You just Dark Ruler and then you pop off, hopefully. All right, duel number, what is this, 8? We have, what the F is this? So, Floowandereeze versus Dragon Maid. Oh, Grass branded Dragon Maid. Despia. That's a, look at this triple. Well, this is a funny deck. Although, why would you play Grass when you don't have that many graveyard effects? I don't know. It's just, this is weird to me. Normally, I think you would play Grass if you know, like, after your mill you're gonna pop off with your graveyard effects. But honestly, I didn't have very many. Yeah, I would not recommend playing whatever this dude's playing. But I mean, he's in Diamond. Like, all right. So look at this opening hand. The 5-spell opening hand is hilarious. So we're gonna go with Prosperity because it's just forgetting our combo star is better than Extract because we want to get one bird. One bird is all we need. Map. Elboris. Look at this. 3 spells. 4 spells. Alright. M-Pen. Duality. Alright, we have to take the Duality. Let's go. How far do we have to dig? By the way, so the cards I just saw go to the bottom of the deck. Give us a bird, please. Robina. There's the Robina. Alright. But I'm going to take the Eglin. Alright. Yeah. Eglin map is better than a Robina map. Just FYI. Because you can use Robina to chain block Eglin. Eglin, in fact, must resolve. Alright, so we have our big bird. Okay. What are we going to get now? We're going to get Barrier Statue, of course. Dude, what is this RNG? I drew like 20 spells in a row or something. Alright. Barrier Statue. Alright, let's see what he's going to do. First, he's going to Lightning Storm my front row, okay? Dragon Maid Tiding, okay? Changeover. I'm going to immediately do this. Honestly, I should have used map on summon of Chamber Dragon Maid because I should have known the fusion spell was coming. So I'm going to banish M-Pen so that he's set up for a follow-up turn. And I'm Book of Moon his thing. Why does this matter? Because if he does changeover, I negate with Apex Avion, and then he cannot recycle changeover. He's going to Branded Fusion. I'm going to negate this. This guy has a second Branded Fusion! In a 60-card deck, by the way. 60-card deck, he drew 2 Branded Fusions. Unbelievable. He makes Albion. He's going to try to fuse. I think he's going for the OTK. So usually you go the Albion line if you want OTK. I'm going to call by the grave on Fallen of Albaz. Because if you can't banish Fallen of Albaz, he can't fuse, right? And he's going to... Check this out. He's going to brand it in red on Fallen of Albaz, which is hilarious to me. And he's going to make Lubellion. Okay. And then he's going to make Drago Stapelia. Like, he had to make Drago Stapelia because he already activated Albion, right? So he had to resolve Albion. So it got really awkward for him. So he ends on Drago Stapelia, which is not good. So I draw. I'm going to go ahead and get my draw 2 here. Dark Ruler no more. GG. So let's send Tokan. The reason we want Tokan is because so we're grabbing Ryza. Tokan is going to recycle the Dreaming Town. Alright, M-Pen. Fairy Tail Snow, goodbye. Robina is going to grab Eglin. Alright, now use Unexplored Winds. Unexplored Winds is going to tribute these two for Ryza, baby. Let's go. So basically, I'm bouncing Branded in red to the top of his deck so that he top decks it. And guess what? He has no monsters, no valid monsters for Branded in red. So yeah, I send Ryza back on top of my deck because I want to. So I couldn't use Ryza's hand bounce, so I just used the deck bounce to put Ryza back on top. I didn't bother attacking because Dark Lord no more, no damage. So he's gonna Branded opening. Okay. Here comes the Luber. So I know that the 2 cards in his hand are Branded Fusion and Branded in red. So all I have to do is negate Branded Fusion. So I'm gonna go ahead and Dreaming Town here. And then I'm going to go ahead and tribute his Aluber. Oh, well first let me recycle M-Pen. Just because I can. Aluber for Apex Agent. So now he has 2. I know his hand. So all I have to do is negate Branded Fusion and I win the game. Because Branded Red will do nothing here. So he's going to Branded Red, doesn't matter. He's just adding it back to his hand. He can't fuse. Yeah. Yeah, this game is over. Like, I know your hand, buddy. I know all the cards in your hand, so you can't. I think he was trying to bait my negate with a Branded Red. It didn't work. All right, game number 9. Pendulums. Yeah, I do see a good number of pendulum decks. So let's see how this one works out. Map and Eaglin is always good. I'm going to Prosperity here. I'm going first. And then I'm going to chain D-Shifter. So why do I do that? Because if he ashes me, I can chain D-Shifter, and Ash will be in the graveyard. Why does it matter if Ash is in the graveyard? That's one monster that I can banish for the cost of Stree, right? Just in case I want to go Stree. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Book of Eclipse, because this card is cracked! Yeah, so Eaglin's going to go. Sending Robina. No Imperm. No Imperm, baby. Let's go. I'm going to grab Token. Dreaming Town, baby. Why do I grab Token? Because when I use Dreaming Town, it's going to get banished and Token can immediately recycle it. So he's going to use Wisdom Eye. So under D-Shifter, anytime Pendulum monsters get popped, they get banished. They do not go to extra deck. So Purple Poison, he pops himself. So he's gonna. So check this out. I have Barrier Statue, which are wins, and he has double Oath Dragon, which are wins, right? So now he can attack over this. More importantly, he can use Purple Poison, which says, no, not Purple Poison. Oh, I'm an idiot. None of these are darks. Whoops. So I'm just going to Dreaming Town here. So for some reason I thought that he could pop. Yeah, I don't know why I do this. I think because I was under the assumption that he had a way of popping Purple Poison. And when he pops Purple Poison pops a card. So I think, yeah. I ended up just deciding to go here to bounce Purple Poison on top of his deck. I also don't want him to have a Pendulum. Oh, he already Pendulum summoned. I don't know. This is kind of like, yeah. I don't want him to have access to Purple Poison, basically. This turn. So Rise is gonna come, bounce Purple Poison in the deck, bounce D-Shifter to the top of my deck, and Rise it back to my hand. So he summoned Harmonizing. Guess what? He can make Barone because they're all wins. I'm gonna Book of Eclipse here. And now, yeah, he's scooped because yeah. Yeah, I didn't want him to have access to Purple Poison. That's why I did that. I did it so early. All right, and that game duel 10. Let's see what we have here. Another Sword Soul. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot more Sword Souls. So let's see how that plays out. Oh, I remember this game being very fun and very like me demolishing this dude completely, right? All right, so I open Map and a bird. That's all you really, that's all any guy could ask for. Guess what? Call by protects Ash. Against Ash, Book Eclipse protects Imperm. So I have double protection against double hand traps. So he's not stopping my combo, baby. Let's go. So Robina. So Robina 1, remember, always when you're dealing with Toucan with map, always Robina 1, Toucan 2. Most birds, you do the field effect 1, and then the banish effect 2, but no, with Toucan it's reverse. Robina, sorry, England. M-Pen, no, he has no hand traps, awesome. Or maybe he has Nibiru, but it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna go ahead and set 3. You'll love to see it. Alright, so check this shit out, folks. So he's going to summit, okay, in the long run. Adhara summons, long run summons. Alright, so before, again, you cannot let them make a Synchro 10 if you're getting Sword Soul. Synchro 8 okay, Synchro 10 no bueno. So I'm going to Dreaming Town here because he has the materials for a Synchro 10. So Eaglin comes out. Ryza. Ryza is going to bounce the token because we want to get this token off the field to turn off his Tenkies, his Tennies in the hand or graveyard. And because and we're bouncing Taya on top of his deck, so that way if he has Sacred Summon, he will not be able to summon Taya. And then Ryza back to the hand, and then I chain the Dreaming Town to Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse his field, and then Toucan returns, right? So now check this out. So now he normals Moye. Because he normal Moye, he has Arch Nemesis Protoss, I'm going to map. Map will summon Toucan. Toucan will return the Dreaming Town that we just banished, right? And now we're going to Ryza again. Yes, we tributed our M-Pen because it's more important that we stop his ability to make synchros. Ryza, folks, is not hard once per turn, so check this out. So Ryza is going to bounce the token, put M-Pen on top of my deck, and then bounce Ryza back onto the hand, and then Eaglin recycles. So basically, he's just going to be left with Moye, and then 2 face downs. Yeah, the game is over. He literally has no plays left. He can't Sacred Summon to Taya. There's no way to get Taya. He can't Protoss. So yeah, on my turn I was going to OTK, basically. Or like clear his board and OTK. So yeah, that's how you deal with Sword Soul, folks, if you're playing Flu. Alright, game 11. This is Floowandereeze versus Danger Dark World, baby. Let's go. Alright, so my opening hand is not great. I literally have no starters. So he's going to Chicken Game. Chicken Game's going to draw him a card. Upstart will draw him a card. So he's going to activate Danger Jackalope. And then I'm going to immediately chain D-Shifter and then chain Maxi. So the reason you do this is because Maxi requires going to the graveyard for cost. D-Shifter locks that out. So if you want a Maxi on the same turn as D-Shifter, you have to do it in the same chain, like this. So he has no response. So he banishes Chupacabra. Summons Jackalope, draws, and then I get a draw. Now he's going to Chupacabra. He's going to banish a Dark World monster. So he's banishing a lot of cards because basically he wants to create Bagooska, right? A lot of decks, if they get D-shifted or they can't play, they just kind of like, oh, I'll just make a Bagooska and hope that I don't lose, right? So yeah, but he had to banish like quite a bit. Like he went through, he has 2 cards left in the hand. Alright, so check this out. I have Elbors and I have 1 bird, right? So I top deck Dark Ruler. I'm just going to Dark Ruler. Good. Sorry, Bagooska. Get fucked. So I'm going to activate Elbors. Elbors will activate its effect. I reveal Ryza. And now for the rest of the turn, all my big birds, 1 fewer tribute. Okay? So let's go Robina into Eaglin. Eaglin into M-Pen. M-Pen tributes for 1, right? On Robina. So you want to tribute Robina because you want to make sure you have wind monsters on the field because Ryza uses wind monsters, right? So Ryza's hand bounce effect occurs when there's a wind monster, right? So Dreaming Town comes up. Alright, so Ryza comes out. Ryza, I will bounce Jackalope on top of his deck. I'll put D-Shifter on top of my deck, and I'll recur Ryza back to my hand. Why is this important? Because By the way, Maxi is in the graveyard, so I can't D-shifter again yet, right? And then I chicken game and draw D-shifter. Now I'm gonna crash, run over this Baguska, and now he has 2 cards in hand, and his top deck will be Jackalope. So I know what it's gonna be, right? I set double Eclipse with the Dreaming Town. He draws. He has a Jackalope. He's gonna chicken game because, you know, why not? And then he's gonna Foolish. He's gonna Foolish Zephyros, okay. And now he's gonna reactivate chicken game. Chicken game is not hard once per turn, so he could get another draw here. But I decide playtime is over. I'm gonna Dreaming Town. Robina will grab me Stree. Stree will banish this Maxi to open up my graveyard. Because remember, I want my graveyard to be open for D-shifter, right? And then Eaglin is going to grab Apex Avian. Ryza is going to come up. Ryza will... So, basically, Ryza was going to put Dreaming Town on top of my deck, bounce Chicken Game on top of his deck, right? So he doesn't get another draw. And then it was going to clear my graveyard, and then I was going to D-shifter. And Danger Dark World under D-shifter just loses. So, yeah, this is definitely a game where recurring D-shifter via Ryza is like what you want to be doing. So, yeah, easy peasy. Yeah, this is probably the first Danger Dark World deck I've ever seen on Master Duel, to be honest. Alright, duel number 12 here. We have... Let's see. Floowandereeze versus Branded Despia. Okay. So this is in Diamond 2. Let's see what happens in this one. Okay. My opening hand is really good. I think I remember what happened in this one. It's very funny. But basically... This duel showcases the full power of Floowandereeze in terms of like how resilient the deck is, right? So I don't open any going second cards, so no Dark Ruler. Although I guess I could top deck it, right? All right, but what I do open is all right. So I'm gonna Duality here, and I'm gonna get Robina. So basically, I opened 3 Floowandereeze names and already M-Pen, right? So I'm going to use this to put Eaglin back in the deck and draw Dark Ruler no more. So I do draw it. However, I do not use it because... Why do I not use it? Oh, because it's kind of pointless to use it against this Mirror Jade. Since Mirror Jade is going to banish my cards, right? So here's the thing. With Unexplored Winds, I can already, assuming Robina stays on the field, I can already tribute his Mirror Jade and Robina for M-Pen, right? So, basically, I'm kind of forcing his hand here. So he is going to use the Banish, and then he's going to immediately brand it in red. So he's going to make Guardian Chimera. And then I'm going to Stree and use Stree to banish Albion. He's going to use Guardian Chimera. To pop Unexplored Winds. And then Eaglin comes out. And then we have M-Pen. He's gonna banish my M-Pen, but it doesn't matter, right? Because basically what happened here is I can literally... So he already blew his Guardian Chimera, and he already blew his Mirror Jade. And guess what? The Albion... Oh, actually, hold on. So he sent 2 Albions. Oh, okay, yeah. He is gonna search his branded spell. But by having Barrier Statue, it's basically forcing him into battle phase. And because I have this and 2 bird names in my hand, I can full combo on his turn, right? So he's gonna go for Branded Fusion here. So he can't play Branded Fusion unless he attacks over Barrier Statue. So he's attack mode. So his mistake was he normal summoned a Looper here. So he's gonna get Branded Red. The reason it's a mistake is as follows. So I'm gonna use Dreaming Town, Robina, Stree, Toucan. Toucan is going to recycle M-Pen, right? M-Pen is going to come out. Dreaming Town is going to Book of Moon his entire field. So now he cannot out-barrier statue. And he already uses normal summon. So this is why he made a big blunder. I'm going to go ahead and banish my Dreaming Town so that I can get it back next turn. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Ryza. And now Ryza will bounce some cards around. So I'm going to bounce his Mirror Jade because I don't want him. If I send his Mirror Jade to the graveyard, he's going to Raigeki my field. So I bounce Mirror Jade back. And I also am putting Branded Red on top of his deck. Why does this matter? Because Branded Red, like if he top decks it, it's not gonna do anything for him. If you catch my drift, like. All right, so then he ends, and then I basically can have a field day now. So map. So I'm gonna say Eaglin, grab Advent Adventure. I'm gonna put Ryza back in Eaglin so I can draw 2. So tribute his field. Yeah, I have this is game. Like I'm gonna tribute his I was gonna tribute his last monster for Apex Avian, and Apex Avian and double M-Pen can OTK. So yeah, I would say the only blunder he made was normaling a Luber before attempting to attack over the barrier statue. Cause yeah, I literally just like full comboed him. Alright, final duel of this video. 14 turns here. What do we have? So we have Flanders versus Sword Soul. Why was this 14? Oh, I remember why. Okay. So the reason it was this long is because I made a slight mistake and it made the game longer. But I do end up winning here. Yeah, so by the way, I was grinding this at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, if I make a mistake, usually it's because I'm tired or I'm multitasking and doing something else. But check this out. So he's going to, so I'm going to Robina and he's going to immediately Veiler. And I'm going to call by on that. So that I can get my Eaglin. And then Eaglin. Dude, this guy has Ash and Veiler. Unbelievable. So I basically get stopped here. And then I can't do anything, right? So he's going to Raigeki. Dude, look at this guy's opening hand. Ash, Veiler, Raigeki. And then Pot of Desires. His opening hand is cracked. So Emergence into Moye, okay. So I don't believe he has OTK. And actually I'm going to Maxi here. Wow. Maxi into Maxi. You love to see it. Call by is bueno. So he's actually going to spawn a token and then map. Alright, Geomathmech Final Sigma. Alright folks. So this monster normally is impossible for Fluandois to out, right? No Fluandois monster is 3000 attack or higher. And this card is unaffected by card effects, so I cannot tribute it away with Unexplored Winds, right? So a lot of people think that, oh, you summon Geomathmech's Final Sigma against Flu, you instantly win. That would be true. However, I do have one out in my deck, which you will see in this game. So I'm going to set 2 here. Can't really... Yeah, my Maxi draws were not great. So he's just going to swing for 3k, okay? So I do... Dark Ruler Mark doesn't do anything. So I'm just going to defense mode on Maxi here, because he doesn't seem to be summoning, so I think he's bricked. Okay. Alright. Toucan. Toucan is all I need to full combo and defeat him. Except, I make a mistake, which you'll see very soon. So I do summon Toucan, sending Unexplored Winds here. So my mistake was Toucan Chainlink 1, and then I forget to Chainlink 2, right? So I should have Chainlink 2, but I did not. So I should have chained Robina. So that was my mistake. So because of this mistake, this game is going to go a few more turns. So I'm putting my big birds back and I'm drawing 2. So yeah, that was a big mistake. Did not cost me the game luckily, but it did delay me winning the game by a bit. Alright, so Elborz is the way you do it. Elborz makes all your wing beasts gain 300 attack, which means Ryza, Empen can crash this, and Ryza can attack over it. So, that's what the out in this deck. Sword Soul Emergence, okay. Okay, Moye. I'm actually going to call bound the Moye because I don't want him to make any more monsters. Because Chi-Shao plus Final Sigma is game, right? So I get down to 300 life points. Alright, I do draw a bird, which is exactly what I needed. So I'm going to use map, send Shree. Shree will send the Empen. Alright. So banish, okay. Target Empen. He's going to black out and pop these two, but it doesn't matter because I still have Robina and Eaglin left, which are two bird names. Eaglin will grab Robina. So basically with Elborz, I'm going to make my tributes cost 1 less if I want to, and again attack. So here comes the Empen. He's going to Ash the Empen. Robina, I could not chain block with Robina. Could I have chain? Yeah. And then he's going to Nibiru. So the fact that he Nibiru is here doesn't matter, especially because I'm going to Book of Eclipse. And guess what, folks? Nibiru cannot tribute phase down monsters. So Nibiru fizzles, does not summon. So he does not get a 3k body. So, yeah, it's okay that. So now I know he has Nibiru, which means I just have to beat him in four summons or less, or fewer, right? But then again, I have access to Apex Avian too. So yeah, I immediately tribute his back row because I assumed it was Imperm, and I don't want him negating my effects. So I put Pot of Desires on top of his deck. Why does that matter? Because if he top decks it and he plays it, he'll banish 10 more cards from his deck, and he'll have like 1 card left in the deck. So another way I can beat him is by deck out, but only if he actually plays Pot of Desires, which would be very foolish for him at this point. All right, so here comes. So Eaglin comes out. So this is my 3rd summon, by the way. All right, so summon number 4 is Shree. Now that Apex Avian is out, I don't care about Nibiru anymore because I can just negate it. So I'm just gonna attack over here, and I'm gonna attack this. So I still have Dreaming Town. I have Unexplored Winds, and now I have Map. So basically, no matter what he does, I can stop it, right? I have an Omni Negate, and then I have follow up with Empen plus a 2nd Omni Negate. So this game is over. He's gonna Vishuda, okay, cool. He's gonna go into Monk, okay. I'm gonna Unexplored Winds here. He's gonna Max C, which literally does nothing against Flu. By the way, this is Diamond 2 player. So Empen comes back. So I tribute the Monk. Yeah, and then he just scoops. Yeah, like, this game was, as soon as I outed the Final Sigma, the game was over. But yeah, Elborz lets you out it. There's no other outs to this stupid card in Flandres. So, yeah, this is why I play this card. It's just too good. And also some sort of players tech this just for the Flandres matchup, apparently. Anyway, so, yep, so that's how I got to Diamond 1. Hope you all enjoyed and learned something. There's a lot more Sword Soul in High Diamond. But yeah, the switch from Winter Cherry, Ghost Reaper Winter Cherry to Dark World No More significantly improved the deck, I think, because it was just like a lot better going second. Anyway, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.